back, everybody. Bearded Griller. Today we're going to smoke a brisket. I got a full packer brisket here. You're going to find they're a lot cheaper than your already trimmed briskets. I think the already trimmed brisket was like $5.99 a pound. This was $2.99 a pound. I got the point, so I'm going to make some burn ends later, hopefully. That'll be another video. So let's get to trimming. The idea is you want to cut this down to where you have about 1/4 of an inch of fat. I don't like it any more than that. Anything other than that, you're just cooking stuff you don't need to be cooking. I like to start on this big hunk on the back. And I save this stuff. I freeze it, and then I use it and grind it up when I make my own homemade, ground chuck for burgers and whatnot. Oh, got a little carried away there. And if you get to where the meat's showing in spots, that's not a bad deal. You can leave it. The rub's going to penetrate the meat. It's not going to penetrate the fat, but the fat's where you get a lot of your flavor. So it's kind of a trade-off in that regard. Got our brisket trimmed down, looks pretty good. Something I like to do, a little trick I saw, is the grain runs this way. And once you get this thing completely covered and cooked, it can be easy to forget which direction the grain goes. So what you do is take your corner right here, just figure out exactly what's against the grain. You lop off a chunk right there. Little sacrificial chunk, but now when I get this done cooking, all I've got to do is line up my piece right here and just start sliding my knife, and I'm instantly cutting across the grain. No second guessing myself. Since this is a full packer, this part right here is your flat, and this is what they refer to as the point or the decal. This part's a lot more fatty, still equally as delicious, but it's what you'd usually use to cut up and make burn ends. So once we get this to temp and we get done cooking it, you're basically going to take a butter knife and slip it into this layer of fat right here, and it'll come around that side to this layer of fat, and this whole chunk's going to come off. Then we're going to try and make some burn ends out of it. So today for a rub, I'm using something super simple. It's going to be more of a Texas style. I got 3 tablespoons of kosher salt, 3 tablespoons of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. And then we'll be using Worcestershire to help make our rub stick. You can use mustard, whatever you like. I like Worcestershire on beef. I think it complements it rather well. There we go. Oh, found a flapper. Okay. Got the barrel house outside warming up right now. You're going to make sure that you get it good and full of coals. And we're going for a nice even coat. You want to still be able to see the meat. You don't want to, completely just drench it. You're looking for a nice solid coat. Got the barrel house all warmed up outside. Give this rub a chance to set. We're going to do something a little different with this. Because this is so long and the way it's going to hang, there's a good chance that this will almost touch the coals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pan, I'm going to put the rack on the very bottom, and then put just a little bit of water in here, and then it's going to do two things. It's going to keep this from getting completely burnt on the bottom if it is hanging into the fire, and it's also going to act as a grease catch, because there's going to be a lot of fat and stuff coming off of this and prevent a lot of flare-ups. So I did a pretty good job trimming it. This is just kind of a secondary precaution. Make sure everything's good. And I'm going to hang skinny side up, which I'm not sure if that's the right way to do it or not. That's how I'm doing it. I like that. I know that this end can handle a lot more heat. There's a lot more fat down here, and I'm going to double hook it. So I'm going to figure out my spot right about here, and we'll stab that guy in just like that. Got about an inch hanging out the top. Now to double hook it, I'm basically going to take and I'm going to push this in as far as I can, and I'm going to stab straight down. I'm going to poke it through the other side. And what that done is it creates a link between those two to make sure that we're not gonna lose it. And just because I'm me, we're going to go ahead and do this a second time. Alright. And like I said, just pull down on that, just like that, and stab, lift, and push. Alright. Now we've successfully got a double hooked, double hung brisket. I'll see you guys out of the smoker. Alright, got our coals nice and hot. Got some mesquite wood today. Throw that on there. Got our full grate. I'm going to slip this all the way down to the bottom. Here's our water pan, about ½ inch of water. And the brisket. Alright, we're about 5.5, almost 6 hours into the cook. Our color looks good. It's not getting too burnt, anything like that. We've stalled right at about 167 degrees. People starting to get hungry, so I'm going to take some beer. We're going to foil this up. You could use juice, whatever you got. This isn't like a requirement that you use beer. But I'm basically going to foil this up, put, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 ounces of beer in here. Bring that up like that. Get a nice little cradle for the bottom to catch the juice. Be somewhat mindful of the hook so you don't poke yourself. Got another piece of foil right here. Wrap that. Got the hooks. I propped the lid open when I did this, try to get the temp up just a little bit. Try and get this along. I mean, you can't really rush barbecue, but a couple things you can do to kind of make things move along a little faster. So I got my temperature probe still in here. Got my hooks hanging out. Here we go. See you guys in a few hours. Alright, here we are about 9.5 hours into our cook. Ended up running out of charcoal outside, so brought it inside, kept it wrapped in the foil, put it in the pan, put it in the oven, about 275 degrees. Finished out the last 2.5 hours. Look at this amazing smoke ring, nice and juicy. You can just see it's just oozing out all over the place. Let's get a couple slices off of here. Nice smoke ring all the way through. Good pull, nice and pliable. Just perfect rub. Not too salty, not too spicy. Just really taste the beef. That's a Texas style brisket. See you guys next time, Pretty Griller.